Is Toronto real estate about to get worse this summer of 2026? Most people don't recognize a market shift while they are living inside it. They see the for sale sign sitting on the same lawn for weeks and they think nothing of it. They hear their neighbors cut their listing price and they assume it's just one isolated case. They read the headlines saying spring activity is picking up and they exhale. But when you step back and look at what's actually happening across the GTA right now, the pattern becomes much harder to ignore. We are seeing the inventory is building, homes are sitting longer on the market, price reduction are becoming more common. So this isn't a prediction about what might happen next. This is a warning about what is already happening. And whether you are planning to buy or to sell in the GTA this year, you need to understand this shift before you make your next move. So today in this video, we are breaking down April 2026 market analysis, and I will tell you what it means for you, whether you are a buyer or a seller. Before we look at what happens in the housing market, we need to spend 1 minute on the bigger picture, because real estate does not happen in a vacuum. Toronto employment growth was negative in March 2026. It was down 0.3%. It means Toronto lost jobs last month. And when people are worried about job security, they hesitate to sign $1 million mortgage. This is part why this market has not fully bounced back. There is real economic uncertainty still in the air. And the city unemployment rate is at 8.1%. That means 1 in 12 people in Toronto is currently looking for work. That's not a crisis number, but it's elevated. It means there is a segment of would-be buyers who simply cannot qualify right now. The Bank of Canada overnight rate is at 2.3%. Current mortgage rates, 1 year fixed at 5.49%, 3 years at 6.05%, and 5 years at 6.09%. That means borrowing is not cheap. But here's the important part. 2 years ago, we were at much higher pressure. Today, rates are stable. The Bank of Canada is not raising the rate. And stability even at 5 to 6% gives the buyer the confidence to plan ahead. That's what matters. Inflation rate is at 2.4% year over year. That means the prices for everyday things are rising, but slowly and under control. This is actually good news for real estate because when inflation is tame, the Bank of Canada has no reason to raise the rates. So buyers can plan their finances with more certainty. Today, by the way, I'm Ilham Ibrahim, a real estate agent here in the GTA. I'm here to help people figure out this market. So if you are thinking about buying or selling and you want to chat about your situation, just reach out, no pressure at all. The link is in the description below. Now, let's talk about the sales activity. The housing numbers in April 2026, there were 5,946 home sales in the GTA. In April 2025, there were 5,556. That's an increase of 7% year over year. It means 390 more families bought a home this April compared to last April. That's not a small number. Buyers who were sitting on the sideline waiting for signals have started moving. So the spring market has real activity in it. New listing fell to 17,000, down 9.3% from 18,000 last year. That tells us fewer sellers put their homes on the market this spring. So when supply drops and buyer demand goes up at the same time, competition between buyers increases. That means the market is tightening. So if you are a buyer, the window of low competition is getting narrower. Let's talk about the active listings. Also dropped from 26,000 to 25,000, down 6.4%. This is a signal that there are fewer homes available to choose from right now compared to a year ago. Less inventory means the selection is shrinking, and the average days on the market went from 25 days last year to 29 days this April, up 16%. This tells us that homes are not flying off the shelves overnight. Buyers are deliberate. They are comparing, they are negotiating, and they are not rushing. So if you are a seller, this is very important. Setting the right price from day one matters more than ever. And if you price it wrong and it sits on the market, and if you price it right, the serious buyers come. As simple as that. Let's address the price reality. The average GTA home price in April 2026 was $1,051,000. Last April, it was $1,106,000. That's a drop of 4.9% year over year. It means if you are a buyer, you are paying approximately $54,000 less of the same home compared to this time last year. That's real money. That's a car. That's a year of mortgage payments for some families. Prices have come down, and that's not a small thing. So if you are a seller, your home is worth less than it was a year ago on paper. The question is, where are you going next? So if you are moving within the GTA, you are also buying at a lower prices. The market corrects for everyone, not just for you. Detached home averaged $1,372,000, price down by 4.1%, but the sales went up 9.2%. This is very interesting. Detached homes dropped in prices and more people bought them. This is a clear sign of buyers' confidence returning. The families who always wanted a detached home but couldn't justify the price, some of them are finally pulling the trigger. Condo apartments averaged $635,000. Prices went down 6.3%. Sales up 9.1%. That means condo have corrected the most, down over 6%. But buyers are returning. For a first-time buyer or an investor who's been patient, are at their most accessible point in years. That's worth paying attention to. Townhouses average $839,000. Price went down 7.9% of all home types. Townhouses show the biggest price correction. So if you want more space than a condo but cannot stretch to a detached, a townhome right now offers the best value in this market. So nearly 8% lower than last year. It's significant. Semi-detached average around $1 million, down by 5.2%. Semis are holding relatively better than condos and townhouses. Still down, but they are a strong middle ground of buyers who wants attached ownership without full detached pricing. So, how to navigate this market, whether you are a buyer or a seller? So after all these numbers, what does this market actually mean for you? Let me give you my perspective on this market. So if you are a buyer, the honest answer is this is one of the better entry windows we have seen in a few years. Prices are lower, rates are stable, and inventory is tightening month over month. And I want to be clear, I don't believe this is a full market recovery, not yet. One strong month does not make a trend, but the direction is changing. And right now, fewer people are competing for homes than 6 months from now may be the case. So the gap matters. If you're a serious buyer, get your pre-approval in order. Know your budget. And if you are a seller, realistic pricing is not optional in this market. It's the strategy. Homes are average 43 days for listing to sell, up 16% from last year. So buyers are not panicking into purchases. They are informed, they are patient, and they will move on to the next option if your price does not reflect reality. So, the April 2026 market is not a crash story. It's not a boom story either. It's a market in transition. And transition are where smart decisions gets made. Sales are rising, prices are stabilizing, inventory is tightening. So if you want to understand what all this means specifically for you, for your situation, whether you are buying or selling, or just planning your next step, my link is in the description. Reach out to me. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.